Pregnancy is weird. Are you nervous about childbirth? Never do this. Do you have any names picked out? Will you do the epidural option when giving birth? Hi guys. Hello. I am in the car today because we're in the middle of moving house and it's a bit hectic. So I thought it would be nice to just get out and yeah, be in the car for this video. Hi, if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Bethany and I live in Melbourne with my husband and a little baby on the way in July. I make all kinds of videos, but right now I guess it's to do with what's going on in my life, which is being pregnant and just all of that's fun stuff. So today I'm doing a Q&A about, just pregnancy so far. So let me go over to my questions. I have a bunch of questions about my pregnancy, about birth, things like that I asked on YouTube, and then I also asked over on my Instagram. So go check that out if you didn't know. Thank you for those who asked me questions. This is the first Q&A where I have actually had other people ask me questions and not just made them up myself or found them. So thanks, appreciate it. I'm gonna try and keep this as unedited as possible because like I said, when moving house, hectic, I am tired. Being pregnant and moving is not great. It's not great. And also I had a really sad situation where, this is not that sad, sorry, I don't want to sound like a diva, but all I know from Starbucks is to get an iced chai with oat milk. That's like my go-to. I don't think I've ever had anything else from Starbucks because here in Melbourne, it's just most people go to their local coffee shop to get that sort of thing. Now, I've never had coffee. I know, shocking. I don't drink coffee. I've never even had a cup of coffee. I don't care for it. So for me, chai is like, that's my coffee. And then today I went to Starbucks and they were out of chai. And then I had to spend like a good few minutes figuring out what else I could possibly get. And I saw strawberry ice refresher with coconut milk, looked nice. Asked for that and they didn't have that. So I ended up with this, I don't even know what it is. It's a frappuccino. I think it's like a caramel frappuccino, but I don't like whipped cream, so I didn't get it with cream. And honestly, I don't know how they charge me so much for this. And I also didn't get, obviously, coffee, so enough about that. Okay, I had a couple of people ask about the gender and if we will be finding out and if we'll share that. So we might already know the gender. I should probably start by saying that I am 17 weeks at the time of filming this. I will be 18 weeks by the time this comes out. Back to the question. What was it? Ooh, my brain's all over the place. Oh yeah, gender. Yes, I'll be sharing that definitely. There's a fun story that goes with it, but we filmed ourselves, my husband and I, reading the results of the gender thing, because we basically found out through a blood test quite early. I think it was around 11 weeks. So that's a fun video. Yes, that'll be coming up soon. Next question. Have you had any cravings? I wouldn't say necessarily cravings like in the movies and stuff. I liked tomato-y based things at the beginning when I was nauseous. Whether that was soup, tomato sauce, aka ketchup, anything like that. Next question. These are in no particular order and I also have not read through all of these before. What do you most look forward to once baby is born? I mean, it's gotta be just the baby snuggles, the smell. Oh my goodness, just meeting this person who's like a combination of my husband and I, that's just insane. It's crazy to think about. You can meet someone, fall in love, you know, get married and then make a little baby. That's part you and part him. Like, yeah, it's amazing. Someone else asked, does it feel magical? That part's magical, for sure. That part is. First trimester, not so much. how would you describe your experience in each month so far? So as I said, I am 17 weeks as of now, which means roughly 4 months pregnant. Obviously month one, like we found out and I was like already 3 weeks or so. So like the first month's not much going on. As I said in my pregnancy video where I found out, all I had symptom wise was just really sore boobs and bigger boobs as well. And I'm a more small chested person, so that was a bit of a giveaway. Yeah. And then in terms of the next month, that would have, you know, as in week 4 to 8, that's kind of where I had a little bit of nausea, but I wasn't throwing up. And I was feeling pretty good about that. I was like, oh, look, I'm nauseous, and kind of having a weird aversion to this food or wanting just this, but I wasn't throwing up. And then the third month, week 8, literally on the day that I was 8 weeks, threw up for the first time in the morning, and then just continued to throw up. It wasn't every day, so look, I know some people have it way worse. It was probably from week 8 to 12, it was maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and then the rest of the time I was just very nauseous and trying to maintain it and eat first thing in the morning to like counteract that nausea and all of that. If you're pregnant, you'll understand. And then in my latest month, things started changing. So basically week 14, well, okay, let me just start by saying, you get told around week 12, or, you know, you can start to feel a lot better and the nausea goes away. So I was trying to look forward to that. But then week 13 was my worst sickness week. I threw up every single day. I think there was one day I threw up twice. I just felt shocking. But then week 14, boom, I was all better. It was amazing. That was magical too. So yeah, it was strange. It was like I was slightly nauseous on one morning, but didn't throw up. And then the next morning I was like, wow, I don't really feel bad at all. And I was able to stay in bed, get a bit more sleep, or just basically not have to get straight up out of bed to throw up or get food in me. So that was amazing. Let's see. What was the moment when it really set in that you're going to be a mum? What is on my screen? Okay, I don't know where I was up to. Oh yeah, what was the moment, this is the next question, what was the moment when it really set in that you're going to be a mum? To be honest, I don't know if there was one particular moment. It definitely took a little while to really set in. More so that I was pregnant than that I was gonna be a mum, if that makes sense at all. Because the first little while of being pregnant, I don't feel anything. I have a bit of a bump now, but haven't felt movements yet. So knowing, like, you know, looking on my app, oh, this is the size of my baby right now. How is that inside me? and I don't even feel it. But I think, yeah, look, I think you instantly, when finding out, you form an attachment, or you form that connection to, wow, this is happening, my body is creating life. But then it's just such a gradual set in for that. How has your husband, or how can a partner help during pregnancy? I'm not an expert, but for us, I think all you can do is to say your own personal thing, because everyone's different. For me, I explained to my husband that he could help best, at least when I was sick, which is when I needed more help, by making sure I had water on hand, that I was drinking enough water, helping to like cook a bit more when I didn't want to be around food and in the kitchen. Yeah, just making sure that you're well taken care of in terms of food and water, and just being really encouraging and there if you need a hug and to talk. Never do this. Don't question your woman about if they complain about something or they're like, no, I can't do that. Don't question them when they're pregnant. Okay, my camera shut down because it overheated. So I've just turned the air conditioning on in the car. Hopefully it's not too loud. Sorry if it is. I can't remember where I was at. I think I was talking about how your husband or partner can help during pregnancy. I hope that made sense. Okay, are you nervous about childbirth? Woohoo, big one. I'd say at the moment, not really. And I mean, it's something that you can't really understand, I know, until you've gone through it, and I've never gone through it. So I don't see a point in being nervous right now. I know that no matter what I'm going to go through and experience, it's going to be worth it when I meet my little baby. So yeah, and also I find encouragement and get confident from listening to birth podcasts. So hearing other people's birth stories in a positive way, even if they've gone through difficult things. So yeah, the top two that I listen to Australian birth stories. They've got tons and tons, and I'll just keep playing them through and listening, and it's really nice to hear other mums talk about their experience. Even some of them are very traumatic, but then at the end, like, you know, they talk about how they healed from that, or what they learned from it, and how you can kind of learn from it. So that's really good. And then the other one I've listened to is just called Positive Birth Australia. So those two I've listened to, and I really enjoy hearing those stories. Let's see. What advice would you give for someone that wants to get pregnant in the future? I guess, like, make sure that you're ready, because you never know. It could take a year or it could take a month. So make sure you're ready for that responsibility and that total shift of life stage. I don't even know what's coming, you know. Like, I don't have the baby yet, so I don't know what's coming for me, but I know it's going to be massive. Yeah, and then there was one about, let me see. Oh yeah, did you do anything before getting pregnant to get healthy or get ready for pregnancy? So this kind of goes hand in hand with the other question. I'd say there's a lot of focus put out there about being like physically fit or physically well, which is obviously important, but I also put a lot of emphasis in, am I mentally ready? Because physically, I'm quite young. I don't have any major health concerns. I'm as active as, you know, I'm happy with my level of activity. It was nothing that was going to stop me from trying to have a baby. We can always be more fit and more healthy, but, you know. So for me, it was more about, am I mentally prepared? Am I mentally ready to handle this with my history of, you know, whatever it is. For me, I've had depression and I've had a bit of anxiety. So working through things and figuring out, can I take care of myself, number one? Because I don't want to bring another person into the world that I am responsible for, that I'm going to be feeding and clothing and taking care of them. I can't do that if I am not well and if I don't know how to take care of myself. So there was definitely, some indicators where I was like, wow, like I think I'm ready. And obviously hopefully you've got support of your partner. So that's another thing where it's like, okay, even if you might be a little bit weaker in this area, they can help and support. So mental health, big one, and just being aware, self-aware of what it means to have a child. It's not just having a baby, it's having a child, a teenager, a young adult, a whole person. They're their own person. So yeah, and you're never gonna not be a parent. So it's like signing up for forever. Let's see. Do you have any names picked out? Well, seeing as I already mentioned that we know the gender, yes, we actually do have a name that I'm pretty sure is set now. I'm going to do another video. I really love those videos of names that I love but won't be using, or I just love watching some of those. And if you've seen my first YouTube video, scroll back all the way to my first ever YouTube video. It's not that far down. You'll understand that I've always been obsessed with names and babies. Yeah. Oh no, I think it's overheating again. But the thing is, I had lists, growing up, but then when I actually was close to getting pregnant, or actually, got married, and it was like, oh, okay. my husband and I talked about some names, and we very quickly agreed on a boy name that we both loved. And then we also had some girl names that we loved. I'm trying not to give away what it is. I just was like, oh, be careful, be careful. But I'll just say yes, we have chosen a name, not a middle name yet, but a first name that I think is gonna stick. So yeah. Okay, I think I had maybe one more question. Hold on. I'm over 800 subscribers today. Yay! Thank you guys so much. It's so exciting. I'm actually getting really close to my monetization, which is huge. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when a YouTuber can make money, can get ad revenue. So that's so exciting. Okay, I'm gonna try and race through the end of these questions because my camera keeps overheating. I didn't think of that when I thought of filming in the car. So I'm gonna finish up with this question. Will you do the epidural option when giving birth? I don't know what will happen on the day, but ideally I'd like to do I'd like to give birth without medications. To each their own. That's what I'd like to try. I've heard great experiences with it, so yeah, I just think it's for me, there's benefits to it. I can go into it in another video, but yeah, everyone's got their personal choice, and this can be a bit touchy, but yeah, I think do what's best for you. But my ideal plan is no medications and just, yeah, all natural. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure a lot of people will be like, we'll see how that goes, honey. We will see. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish up there. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you're new, welcome. Thanks for being here, sticking around. I usually make videos every Thursday, though, yeah, being pregnant, it's been a bit more all over the place. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching and not subscribed. Really appreciate you. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.